Hey guys, it's Tuesday, September 3rd, 2013, and I just want to do the end of the day recap. I want to talk a lot about the indices today and what's happening. After the long weekend, we had again a push or a test of this 14,865 region. I've talked about this line for 2-3 weeks, quite some time if you've been following. And looking at today, you notice again we tried to push higher on it, but it failed on it. So that means there's not enough strength or momentum in the market to move prices higher, but the market can do whatever it wants to do. So looking at it, I'm still more in the bear camp. But if you look at the intraday action from what happened today, you'll notice that there was a nice spike in the morning, early trading, and then things continued to sell off in the afternoon. Now, we did break through in the morning session, nice little pop after the weekend, probably due to cyclical rotations, probably due to the end of the month of August. So people were looking to purchase new, different shares, different contracts for the new season coming up. But then after, let's see, over here, we're looking at what time? 11:30 a.m. Things sold off pretty heavy and moved back down below the 14,860 level. And again, it tested over here towards the end of the day and moved lower. So I know the lines don't match up perfect. So for you new beginners, it's not going to hit every time everything exactly to the T. It's not going to do that for you. If you look at the S&P, the same thing happened. We're looking at this region right here at the S&P 500. So we got the 1,646 and or 1,445. You know, again, depending how specific you're looking. Bounced off this region around the 19th, 20th of August, 21st, popped, and then it dipped below that. So we moved down and we're moving down lower. And today, if you look at today's action, the same thing happened with the S&P 500 as it did with the Dow Jones. So we moved higher on the opening, gapped up, started moving higher, and then we sold off the rest of the day pretty much. And again, at that 11:30 mark, things just sold off and continued lower. You can check the spiders, which are the ETF for that, where the volume was heading. Again, there's the gap. You know, held that support just a little bit, and then it sold off. There was your entry point to do the gap and fade and sell off towards the end. So looking at the whole market as a whole, you can see also the composite. I highlighted this region. There's a gap over here that we may try and fill, but you know, it's pushing to the downside. The whole market as a whole looks like it's moving to the downside. So if you look at the S&P, we tried to move higher on 829. We tried to move higher on 93, but it just continued to push lower. Now looking at stocks individually, you can see Apple over here still moving in this trend line, trend region channel area, but it's not moving on any higher volume. Nothing is pushing it higher, but it is a strong company. On Amazon, we were watching this line here since the end of January, hitting it multiple times. And then today it broke higher, a little bit on higher volume, nothing too exciting, but it's holding that region. It is a powerhouse stock, so it's bound to do that. And it was a good entry if you got in it early throughout the day. Would I hold this position? Maybe I would hold half right now if you got in it. Maybe you sold half. But this is the line you're watching. If it's breaking this line to the lower side, and if the market rolls over even further, then you definitely want to be out if it goes and hits this line. So definitely be quick on it because the market doesn't look healthy. And also looking at Mastercard right here, been a powerhouse over the last couple weeks. Watching this line, again, it moved higher on higher volume. Mastercard doesn't trade heavy volume. It's an expensive stock and trades on a little bit lower volume than average or normal. But looking at today's action, you can see there was an entry point a little bit after the jungle run, and I always say the jungle is that first 30 minutes. So you have this flag, you moved up. So if you entered right here at that 618 mark, things move higher, and now it's pushing against this resistance. If it moves and breaks that on heavy volume, then you can maybe add or enter to your position. And I look at that region because looking at this 30-minute mark, you can see that it was hitting it multiple times. Now, watch this level. It has that confluence, so it may fake you out. So just be careful. Anyways, enjoy the day. Have a great one, and make it a great week.